Thank you very much. Single file.
That are driving down Georgia. So if people don't yet have anything in their hands and want to take a sign, then please feel free to, and just head over to Georgia, and we can just form a line going down there to create that strong visual image for people going down.
Thank everyone for coming out today and supporting Palestine. We'll be marching in a little bit around the block perhaps, but just keep doing what you're doing and we'll get started soon. Thank you. Palestine! Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry. Palestine will never die.
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry. Palestine will never die.
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry. Palestine will never die.
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry. Palestine will never die.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry. Palestine will never die.
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry. Palestine will never die.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Shame, shame,
shame, no more occupation in our name.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
Stop Israeli war crimes now!
Stop Israeli war crimes now.
Stop Israeli war crimes now!
Stop Israeli war crimes now.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
Israel, you will see!
We'll see.
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free.
Israel, you will see!
Israel, you will see.
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
Israel, you will see!
Israel, you will see.
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free.
Shame, shame! No more occupation in our name!
No more occupation in our name.
Shame, shame!
Shame, shame.
No more occupation in our name!
No more occupation in our name.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
Okay, so we'll just keep doing what we're doing on the side, and we'll be marching in a bit. Thank you.
Attention, please. First of all, I thank all of you for coming today to show solidarity and support with the Palestinian people. And before we start anything, we should mention that we are on unceded Coast Salish territory. And this territory belongs to them and belongs to them forever. We are in solidarity with the native and indigenous people of Canada because we are in the same boat like them. We are the victim of a settler colonialist regime that not only annihilated us, but also uprooted us from our homeland, Palestine. 2/3 of the Palestinian people became refugees, and over 500 towns and villages were wiped out of the face of this earth. And this is the kind of regime the Canadian government supports.
Boo!
Canada supported ethnic cleansing of Palestine from day one. They were instrumental in formulating and passing the partition plan in 1947. And they didn't give a damn about the indigenous people of Palestine. There was a suggestion at the United Nations that a referendum should take place in Palestine so people could determine the future of Palestine. The Western power refused, and they shoved the partition plan down our throats. But we tell them our rights will never, ever be forgotten, or we will stop fighting for. The Palestinian people were a bit over 1 million people. And now we are over 12, 13 million. And they didn't annihilate us, they didn't succeed in annihilating us. And although we small in number, 13 million is nothing, but our voices are heard all over the world. And we'll keep going, and we'll keep defending our rights, our dignity, and our freedom. That's what we want. We don't want charity from no one. We want our freedom, we want our rights. And if you ask me, what are your rights? I tell you, go back to United Nations resolutions and abide by them. You know, I think today Mr. Baird issued a statement criticizing the High Commissioner of the United Nations for saying that Israel is maybe committing war crimes. She wasn't sure, but she just suggested maybe, and he denounced her. And he said there is no moral equivalent between Israel and Hamas. He didn't say the Palestinians. He thinks it's the struggle only between Israel and Hamas. We tell Baird the struggle is between the Palestinian people and Israel. That's one thing. The other thing, we agree with you, there is no moral equivalence between the Palestinian people and Israeli settler colonialism and Israeli war crimes. Your morality sounds from the Middle Ages, Mr. Baird. Your morality stinks, Mr. Baird. Your morality goes with ethnic cleansing, supports apartheid, and supports war crime. This is your morality, Mr. Baird. And he said, I just want to quote some of what he said. He said, Israel military has taken extraordinary steps to reduce civilian casualties. Mind you, he didn't mention that Israel is bombing Gaza with the most sophisticated weapons. He didn't mention that at least 25 children were slaughtered. Not one single Israeli child died in the recent rounds. If there was one Israeli child died, you won't hear the end of it from Mr. Baird or Mr. Harper. There is no moral equivalency. That's true, because Israel is the aggressor. Israel for the last 66 years stole our land, kicked us out, tried to annihilate us, and continues with the ethnic cleansing. They're not happy with giving us 22% of Palestine, that's the West Bank. They already took 60% of the West Bank, and they want the rest of it. But they're hoping that the conditions will allow them to continue the ethnic cleansing of Palestine by kicking all the Palestinians out of their homeland. This is a dream, because the Palestinian people will fight back. The Palestinian people won't accept the leadership that is collaborating with Israel. The Palestinian people and the Arab people won't accept puppet regimes that listen and are tools for the U.S. in the Middle East. The Arab people are rising up everywhere, and the Arab Spring will continue. Once the genie is out of the bottle, no force on earth will put it back in the bottle. The Arab people are rising up from Morocco to Yemen to Kuwait to Bahrain to everywhere in the Arab world. Demonstrations already took place in Tunisia, the cradle of the Arab Spring, yesterday in Yemen, in Algeria, in many other places in the Arab world. All over the world, solidarity are today showing up everywhere in the world. And they're telling the aggressor, enough is enough. The Palestinian people should get their rights back. And I just want to end up on a message that came from Dr. Haidar Eid from Gaza. He wrote an article, and I'd like to quote from him, and ending my message to you. He said, the offer that is given to us in Gaza and Palestine today is that we can either have a dignified death as we struggle, or we can continue to live in slavery. Those who left a mark on my consciousness made the former choice and allows us to live. The Palestinian people and the Gazan in particular have been living in an unending massacre since 1948, and it didn't start with the 3 kidnapped soldiers, settlers who been sitting on stolen Palestinian land after, just recently. It didn't start with that. It goes back to 148. So I'll continue quoting Haider Eid. He's a professor at the university in Gaza, and he's an activist. He's a Palestinian activist for Palestinian rights, and he's an anti-apartheid activist who used to live in South Africa and knows what apartheid is. He concluded by saying, we can no longer negotiate about improving the conditions of oppression. It is either the full menu of rights or nothing. And that means the end of occupation, apartheid, and colonialism. And that's what we need. The end of occupation, apartheid, and colonialism, and Palestine will be free. And we will remember all those who fought with us and supported us. And we'll also remember Mr. Baird and Mr. Harper, who are supporting war crimes. And if we have a chance, we will take them to The Hague because they are complicit in war crimes. Thank you.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Okay, so I think we're gonna start our march and we're gonna go down Robson Street all the way to the Vancouver Art Gallery and come back. So the people with the big signs should probably be in the front so they're more visible, and then we're all gonna be behind it and then we can begin. Pardon? It's closed on both sides. Yeah, in this way. Ukraine!
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry!
Palestine will never die!
Palestine will never die!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Israel, you will see!
Israel, you will see!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Stop killing children!
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Is this on a live stream?
Not right now, no, it's just recording.
Oh well, let the IS and Al-Quds, let them help the people out there, let people help people around the world.
Yep.
How you doing?
Right over here.
Shame, shame, no occupation in our name!
Shame, no occupation in our name!
Shame, shame, no occupation in our name!
Shame, no occupation in our name!
Brick by brick, wall by wall, Israel will fall! Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free
In China right now are the same race. They're the ones that are in Europe. Really. You want to grab a white European and put him next to somebody.
Israel, you will see.
You will see. Palestine will be free.
That's the problem here. We're talking.
They never condemn Gaza, and they never condemn
Heard the Canadian complicity thing.
Barrett goes and attacks the UN guy.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Down, down, Israel! Down, down, Israel! Down, down, Israel! Down, down, Israel! Israel, you will see! Israel, you will see! Palestine will be free! Free Palestine! Palestine, Palestine!
Palestine! Palestine!
We are Palestine!
We are Palestine!
Palestine, Palestine!
Palestine! Palestine!
We are Palestine!
We are Palestine!
Palestine, Palestine!
Palestine, Palestine!
We are Palestine!
We are Palestine!
We want justice!
We want justice!
We want justice!
We want justice!
Palestine, Palestine!
Palestine, Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Palestine, Palestine!
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 Take the children of Palestine! Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
We want justice!
We want justice!
We want justice!
We want justice!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
We want justice!
We want justice!
Palestine, Palestine!
Palestine, Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Palestine, Palestine!
Palestine, Palestine!
Save the children of Palestine! We want justice!
We want justice!
We want justice!
We want justice!
Palestine, Palestine!
Palestine, Palestine!
Free the children of Palestine!
Free the children of Palestine!
We want justice!
We want justice!
We want justice!
We want justice!
Palestine will never die! Palestine will never die! Save the children of Palestine!
Save the children of Palestine!
We want justice!
We want justice!
We want justice!
We want justice!
Justice now!
Justice now!
Justice now!
Justice now!
Justice now!
Justice now!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Here, just bring it down and try to do it.
Palestine! Free
Palestine!
Palestine! Palestine! From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free, man. Palestine will be free.
End the occupation now! Gaza, don't you cry! Palestine will never die!
We'll never be defeated!
Gaza, united! We'll never be defeated!
Free Palestine! We want justice! We want justice!
Save the children of Palestine!
Save the children of Palestine!
Save the children of Palestine!
Gaza, united! We'll never be defeated!
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 Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Stop the bomb! Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Gaza, don't you cry!
Gaza, don't you cry!
Palestine will never die!
Palestine will never die!
Gaza, don't you cry!
Gaza, don't you cry!
Palestine will never die!
Palestine will never die!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine! No more killing! 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 No more killing!
No more bombs! No more bombs!
No more bombs! No more bombs!
Save the children of Palestine!
Save the children of Palestine!
No more bombs! No more bombs!
No more bombs.
Save the children of Palestine.
Save the children of Palestine.
Free, free 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 Palestine.
BBC, now's the time. Tell the truth about Palestine. CBC. Now's the time. Tell the truth about Palestine. Now's the time. Tell the truth about Palestine.
CBC, now's the time. Tell the truth about Palestine.
CBC, now's the time. Tell the truth about Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine.
The truth about Palestine and what's happening in Palestine. The media must show everything about what's happening in Palestine right now. They should stop killing our children, our innocent people. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
End the occupation now!
End the occupation now!
Like a hammer drilling deep, shaking my bones, trembling my heart, creating echoes that spread through my blood, that run through my veins, sending reflexes to clench my fist around the rock that broke my roof. As I scream, you will not destroy me. Not today, not tomorrow, not the day after or after. But notice, I am not heard, because your bombs are silencing my voice. My tears are blinding my vision. Before I take a step, I am behind bars. While my mother falls dead before my blurred eyes, and the closest I can get to her beautiful soul is the blood that leaks through the scarf on her head, feeding the river that flows from my heart to my prison cell. I may live in terror, but you shall live with shame, as I stand with dignity in the countless drops of metallic rain. I am Palestinian, and forever I will be. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
With your enabling of ethnic cleansing and also with your enabling of Israeli apartheid, that is racism. And you are supporting racism, plain and simple, and we will not stand with it. Please keep up the support and shame these politicians. Thank you for coming, and
you will see. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free.
Long live Intifada!
Antifada. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine.
Can we ask people to leave banners and signs and things if you have your own? It's great, but if you've gotten them from organizers, if you can leave them right here so we can use them next time. So just to the
Just logo.